You're about to listen to the award-winning Stuart Pedasso Show. This show is for ideologically and emotionally mature audiences. If you should not be here, please go away. We'll still be here when you're mature enough to partake. Mwah!
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Welcome to the Stuart Pedasso Show. I'm Dave.
Stay classy. I'm Melissa.
And this is going to be interesting because in talking before we hit record, it's like, what do you want to talk about? I don't know. What do you want to talk about? Kind of.
Oh, it's going to be one of those days where we don't really know what we're going to talk about. So it could be fun it could be totally terrible.
We'll find. This could be a 10-minute show. Which some
there
people
is a Bills game going on later. So.
Yes. It starts in like 10 minutes.
It starts at 6:30.
Okay, half hour.
Starts at 6:30.
Yep.
I asked.
So I could do a kind of a housekeeping-y thing. So coming up in April is the Rochester Erotic Arts Festival, and we had finally we had been kicking the idea around of like staying there on Friday night because it's a Friday, Saturday, and just a little bit on Sunday too. But we don't usually stay on Sundays. Actually,
probably not much going on Sunday.
Well, they
don't. Got to leave.
Well, they don't have the tables open on Sunday.
Yeah, that's
Friday.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So, of staying on Friday, doing the stuff on Saturday, and leaving Saturday when the tables close up. And so I didn't tell you this because I got this email today from Kathy from REAF. So when the hotel rooms opened up, they were booked within 7 minutes.
Whoa.
Right.
That's a lot of people that like to get sexy.
Yeah. Who want to stay
in the area.
Sleep over.
Yeah.
So, and also something that we learned from this email that if you want to get a room there, you have to do it for both nights.
Oh, okay.
So
if we do it next year, we'll have to keep that in mind.
No, we're still going to do the one down the block, right?
Right.
All right. Well, because I was going to book mine after the show. Okay. So at the Hilton, and she told us, and I'm sorry we're doing this on the air on the show, but
it's all right.
She also said that we should use the link at the website because supposedly there's a discount for us.
Oh, all right. Okay.
So
cool. I'll do that when I get home.
I'll pull it up after the show. I'll show you.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Very cool.
Actually,
so
maybe we can both book our rooms because I got a credit card with me.
Okay.
All right.
So so in April we'll be there. I've got some interest. I'm going to have a busy time coming up towards the end of February on in through April. It's going to be a lot.
Tell me about it, Dave.
Well, let's fill some time here.
Let's do it. Let's say it slowly.
We don't. This could be as long as we want. This
I know.
Show.
We can have a 10-minute show or an hour. We can do whatever we want.
So, the end of February, I have a online test I have to take for sign language, and because I'm trying to I'm becoming certified as a teacher to teach sign language, even though I'm already doing it. Looked at some of the review material. It's actually even though I've been a fluent signer for almost 30 years now, it's really hard. I actually have to study for this thing. So that's it towards the end of February.
What is it that you have to study for that's like new words or
no, it's not the vocab. It's the pedagogy, the grammar, some deaf history, all that kind of stuff. They give you scenarios and how would you use this to teach sign language in your class kind of thing. So that'll be interesting. So that's at the end of February. And then the beginning of March, I'm having surgery. Again, I said I'm not going to continue to give you medical updates, but I have my hernia surgery. So I'll be recovering from that towards the end of March.
How long of a recovery is that?
I'll be out of work for a week because my job doesn't involve any kind of lifting.
Right.
I have a 10-pound lifting restriction the first week, 30 pounds for 2 more after that, and then I'm, quote, good to go. I'll be leaping tall buildings in maybe a couple of bounds. And then the end of March is the Green Party of New York State's presidential convention. And that'll be about 3.5 hours drive away from here for where we are. And so I'll have that. And then the beginning of April, I will be going to Arizona to hang out with fam for a week.
Fam time.
Yep. And then we have the Rochester Erotic Arts Festival, pretty much the week after that. And then probably right after that will be petitioning time for whoever the Green Party's presidential candidate's going to be.
Your life is so rich in so many ways.
Hernia surgery, I don't know if that's rich, but I'm just saying there's shit coming up. You got a lot of stuff.
You got a lot of stuff going on. All right, not all of it's fun. Hernia surgery, not so much, but the rest of it sounds cool.
Yeah, but you know what? As weird
you're going to
as
get
this
it fixed.
I'm relatively looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Because one, I want to get it fixed because then I'm just going to sound like such an old person that I am, but after that's done and I'm recovered, then I can start doing the things I need to do to deal with my arthritic hip, which is from a ton of football and baseball type stuff that over the years being a jock without actually being a jock, like not having the genetics.
Yeah,
right.
I played some sports. I wasn't really that great at them, but I did them.
Okay at it.
It was okay.
But I was one of the people who, there was no natural gifts there. Anything I could do had it because I busted my ass.
Oh, that's nice. So
yeah, and it was enjoyed, fun, all that kind of jazz, camaraderie, patting guys on the ass, that kind of
all that kind of stuff,
homoerotic shit.
Yeah.
And actually, I don't think I've ever patted anybody on the ass. I don't think I did. If I did, I might have been drunk.
You might have when you were drunk.
Yeah, during a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I've never been drunk during a game. After a game.
After a lot of games.
No, actually, that's true. I had a fairly decent game once, very extraordinarily hungover. Really hungover.
I took a class once when I was drunk, and I took a test, and I aced it. Just saying.
Yeah, and it was in high school.
Mine was in high school, too.
Yeah, right, I know. That's why we're friends, Melissa. Yeah, it was Dead Uncle Glenn was going into the military.
Oh, so you had a party for Dead Uncle Glenn?
And so there was, and I was just at a school night, and I just got hammered, and we had a game the next day. And I had a pitch.
My God, you
I wasn't
had a
even
pitch
supposed
too.
to pitch. There was some reason where at the last minute, it was like, Dave, we need you to go.
You're like,
I almost puked on the mound, man. It was just so
I know, because
bad.
back then, you don't know how to drink either. So it's like, you don't know how to drink when you're that young.
Yeah. So it was just really not. Yeah. They're just back to the original thing. So yeah, there's just a lot of things happening.
Yeah.
And no, I want to get this fixed. I want to get healed up. I want to, at school, I'm not going to get into all the details, but there's this thing where every day at the end of the school day, there's like this 20-minute time period where if kids have good behavior, they're able to do an activity that they want to do. Mm-hmm. And I'm assigned to help supervise in the gym. And almost every day it's basketball in there. And they keep saying, come on, come play, come on. I'm like, dude, I can't. I'm on the double disabled list. And so I just, to shut them up, I said, all right, man, I can't promise you, but the goal is May 1st. I will run with you guys May 1st. I haven't played basketball in like 10 years. I mean, I've had a basketball. I've dribbled them. Maybe I've taken a few shots in the gym, but I haven't played in a game in forever.
I wonder if I could still do a layup. I used to be able to do a pretty good layup, so I doubt I can anymore.
This will be interesting. I think I'm just going to box out and rebound. That's all I'm going to try and shoot. But I mean, so I'm, I want to do that. I'm looking forward to just like being able to sit in a chair and not hurt, like having to find the exact perfect chair to sit in without hurting somewhere. And
that'd be nice.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
It's the simple things in life, really.
It
not
really
being
is.
in pain all the time.
It's not even about playing baseball again. It's nothing like that. It's just trying to be, just so I can function in a relatively normal kind of way. That's really what I want to do. So that's cool. But yeah, there's some stuff coming up.
That's exciting.
Yeah. And I'm actually as frustrating, and probably because I haven't done anything this in a while, to remember. It's kind of like childbirth, where the pain, from what I hear, the pain is like so freaking horrible, but you kind of forget about it because of the love of your child and all that kind of stuff.
They say that. I think that's insane.
Okay, well, see, I wouldn't know. I know they
say
that.
They do. And
there
is some degree to some degree to that. Yeah, because there was a time I thought maybe I would have a second child, but I'm glad I didn't. But I did think I did want one. And there's some truth to that, but honestly, I can tell you right now, that still was really, really fucking painful.
Oh, sure.
That was so painful. I Yeah. I understand why some people don't want to do that.
And I'm not. I'm just saying what I've heard. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
it's pretty
that how I would never know. Obviously.
Yeah.
Right.
It's up there.
Can you imagine? Yeah. How could it not?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, unless your vagina is 8 miles wide.
It was then.
As the song goes.
Yeah, say as the song. It was that day. At the end, it probably was,
Yeah,
but See, if it was always that way, I could be dropping babies everywhere. It'd be no problem.
Out in the rice fields.
I know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know.
In the mud, the mud here, and
then get back to work.
then get back to work.
Yeah. So but I look forward to where I was going with the baby pain thing, as a metaphor. I just going back and petitioning again for whoever our presidential candidate's going to be for the Green Party. I know it's going to be. We know.
We already know.
We do. It's not official, but we know.
Yeah, we know.
Like, the Democrats it's going to be Biden.
Right. I mean, we know it already.
Right. But it's not official.
It's not official, but we know.
We know. Although I do think I didn't read the details because I really don't care that much. I do think it's funny that Biden is not on the ballot in New Hampshire. I do think that's really fucking
Why is he
funny.
not in the ballot?
I didn't read the articles, the details. There was somebody fucked up somehow, and so he's not on the ballot. All the lawn signs and shit that are going out, it says "Write in Joe Biden." That's fucking hilarious.
Donald Trump is not going to be on the one in Nevada.
Well, in Colorado, and I don't know.
No. There's another state that basically is the same reason.
Right. No, but this is all about
Yeah.
somebody fucks it like they
No,
never
yeah,
turn
no,
paperwork
it was the
in.
same thing. It's the same.
Okay.
Somebody did the same thing to Trump in another state, and I don't know. And I almost want to say it's Nevada, but I could be wrong. There's another state that is not going to put him in there for that reason.
Just think that's absolutely.
I know that is kind of funny.
As someone who has worked on campaigns and had.
Oh man, that
who
person
is-
lost their job.
I have gotten. I'm going to go with over. I know it might even be double, but I know at the very least I've gotten over 10,000 petition signatures in my day. Mm-hmm. And as someone who's done that, and I've cleaned them, I've bound them, and I know I'm using terminology. You're going to think it sounds weird, but if you've done this before, you know what I'm talking about. I've cleaned them, I've bound them, I've submitted them, I've done the paperwork for them. It's a pain in the ass, but seriously, man, if you're one of the corporate parties, you hire people to do this.
That's their job.
Yeah.
They have a job. That's the job.
That's
and
the
you
job.
couldn't do the job.
You had one job.
You had one job to do in New Hampshire, and you couldn't do it.
And you didn't do it.
Man, you suck. You suck at your job.
I just.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that happening. This year is going to happen at least in 2 different states.
Right.
At least 2. Because there's the one with Trump, too. I don't know which one it is. But I don't know. I still wonder if he's going to... Well, DeSantis chucked out today.
Yes, he dropped out today.
He dropped out today, so it's just Trump and Haley.
That's just crazy shit, man.
She's finally speaking up against him. Finally, now that she's in second place.
Well,
She's not going to get it, but... I don't know. I say that,
whatever.
but I don't know.
We can get into this if you want, but I'm just like, I don't even give a shit if it's Trump again. I know he sucks. I'm not saying he's awesome. I'm not saying he's benign. But in my opinion, for the things that matter to me, Biden's just as bad. He's just not as gross. He's just not as gross.
Yeah.
But he does the genocide. He lies about shit. He doesn't do anything. He talks about labor a lot, but he really doesn't help labor. Just for the things that I want, how I want the world to change, both of those two are gross to me. Yes, Trump is a horrible human being.
Yes.
And he totally belongs in jail, not because I don't like him, because of the things he's done. I'm not dismissing anything Trump's done, but we've had this conversation on the show before. It's like every fucking election is the most important election of our lives. And I hear this shit every fucking 4 years.
I know.
And it's still the same crap. And so I can't.
I will say I've never seen this before.
I can't. Okay, please let me finish this whole thought. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people, listeners. Right? Just let me finish this whole thought. Okay. So look, it's, oh God. All right. It is like the frog in the pot. I don't care how fucking slow or fast we're boiling. We're fucking boiling. Right. And you got to make this decision. How much longer are you going to put up with this? You can do this lesser of two evils. Look where we are. This is how we got here. We're in this shitty spot because of the lesser of two evils,
right,
over and over again. So at what point are we, whatever, do you want to...
I don't think it's ever going to stop, though, Dave.
Until we stop it. So that's what I'm saying.
You know why I don't think it's going to stop anymore? I used to think it would. I don't think it's going to.
Yeah. Not on a dime.
No.
Like one day it's bad, one day it's good.
No, because I feel like it's like it's always going to be... It's always going to be like this because we're in a country of people who are we're very individualistic, and we have a mindset of being very individualistic, and we all think like that. It's like our whole our culture is like thinking as an individual. It's never going to happen.
I don't know if again, there's no. It's that thing about.
I mean, of course I can't know. I mean, how can I know? I can't know if like when, 40, 50 years from now when I'm dead, obviously.
Black and white, right, wrong, just one answers, whatever. And really when most of the world is gray and all, mixed together and stuff. So when do you say, oh, this is the way it should be? At what point? But for it to get better, to go in the right direction, to be something that's more humanistic. I
don't think we're going to see it in our lifetime.
I honestly, we might, and do you know why? Because I do think I hope you're right. I want to say this.
I hope I'm wrong.
Again, please take this in the way it's intended, okay? And I think I've said this on the show before, like maybe way more drunk than I've only had half a beer, but I think shit has to like really implode.
You don't think it imploded enough in 2016?
No. I mean, look, we are getting close. Look, the regular media, the corporate media is not reporting, but there are thousands and thousands of people who have been in the streets over the past month about Palestine stuff.
Yes.
And no one's reporting. The CNNs, the Foxes, they're not reporting it. But you can go online and you can see the actual footage from all over the world.
Yeah, it's bad.
The American empire is disintegrating. But our media is not going to tell us that. So the entire world is so fucking pissed at us. If you just watch news.
That part I know because I have plenty of, as you, I've got plenty of friends outside the U.S. And actually I get shit from them telling me
the world
like you need to
done with.
I can't do anything. I can't. I agree with you, dudes. I can't do anything though. I try my best. I can't do anything to my Finnish friends. I'm so sorry, Johan. I can't do anything more than I'm doing.
So
he might listen to the show because he does sometimes.
Here's something you can do, listeners. I want to make sure I say it right. So as I'm saying this, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna pull the site up. Go to Cool Cats for Change, and it's all spelled out. There's no number 4 for FOR. It's FOR. CoolCatsForChange.com. Okay, and on the menus is Stay Informed, and there's a page for news sources. Okay, you're not going to see CNN. You're not going to see MSNBC. You're obviously not going to see Fox. Okay, you're going to get, and it's a ton. There's a lot here, right? But I mean, even if you just if you have Twitter or if you're using Blue Sky, I don't know who's on Blue Sky, but you can follow some of these sources just on Twitter. That's how I get a lot more news than just actually going to the sites every day, which I don't have time to. So you will see news sources that are there in the field, who are really talking to people who are there, not just correspondents, not just saying whatever the government puts out in their press releases, shit like that. You get actual footage from shit that's happening, and you will see how the world actually sees us. And so because of that, at some point, our current president, and again, he has advisors, so this isn't just a one dude thing, right? He's got advisors, both military and economic and all this shit. So they either don't care or they're not getting it. I have no idea which. Just how they just keep taking us to that place where the rest of the world is going to leave us. Like, they're not going to be our allies. They're not going to buy our shit anymore. We are putting China in a perfect position to really just be the number one supplier of everything, and that's going to be where the power is. And okay. Whatever. It's fine. I don't need to be number one. In my opinion, I don't need to be in a country that's number one.
Oh, I could care less about that. Yeah, you and I have you and I obviously have the same opinion on that. I'm like, I really don't care if my country's the number one country. It doesn't really affect me whatsoever, period. I was just looking into, because I do have AP News on my phone. And I can't really talk about it in my own house because it's very upsetting for Dan to talk about what's going on in Israel, so I just don't talk about it, and which understand or respect, I don't talk about it.
And that's the other thing. With
25,000 people in Gaza have died.
Yeah, with the backing
25,000 people.
And how many of them are kids?
20.
Right.
So the death toll in Gaza surpasses 25,000.
So all right, so in with the backing of the United States, Israel is doing the exact same thing. They are really letting their freak flag fly, and they are going to be on. They're going to be over. There's not going to be an Israel. I really believe that.
Oh, I think Israel's fucking themselves really bad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the government is. Not
that's what I mean. Dude, there's Israelis in the streets protesting their own government.
Like, I know. Right. I know. I've seen pictures of it.
Absolutely. So, like,
even the very beginning of the war,
we're not going to get into the conversation, but like we were talking about before we hit record, that concept of generalizing. And I'm not saying, I've never said all Israelis do this, but their government
sucks.
And they do have a handful of people who speak out. But most of them are just the most crazy. You think Trump's bad? Oh my God, these people like make Trump look like a fucking liberal.
Yeah, I saw a couple things, and I can't quote any of them now because I didn't prepare, and I don't like to say things if I didn't prepare. A couple of things that Netanyahu said that were, I mean, it was basically like, we're going to kill all of them, and
this has been going on for decades, but it's that. And I get it. Our media just reports on it like October 7th was the beginning of all this. And this has been going on for decades.
This is going on forever.
There is photographic evidence. You can see the speeches where Netanyahu 20 years ago was saying this crazy ass shit. And people who are revered within the country of Israel as being the founders of Israel saying the craziest racist shit. But nobody knows about it. I mean, unless you do the research.
I did some. I didn't want to do that kind of research. I just came across it, and I wanted to tell Dan, and he was like, "I don't want to know what he's saying." I'm like, "It's really racist." He goes, "I don't want to hear it." I'm like, "I know, baby. I'm sorry. It's just too much for him to hear, and whatever."
Well, hopefully in a couple weeks, supposed to be by the end of the month, I will have my 23andMe report, and you
can tell us how Jewish you really are.
Yeah, how just or I won't say Israel. Or Irish. Oh, God, motherfucker.
No, you already know you're Sephardic. It's not gonna.
I know. I was just.
You might have some relatives in Israel, but.
Well, there's the one guy with my name who's a serial killer. Oh, actually, no. His last name has an extra letter in it than mone does.
Oh, but it's almost your name.
But it's almost. Yeah,
almost.
Yeah. If you do the Google search on my name, this guy keeps popping up. I'm like, I'm not a serial killer.
I'm not a serial killer.
Unless you count like sperm.
Yeah.
Then I guess I am.
Yeah. So Dan,
I took it there.
You did. Dan found somebody
spilling my seed on the
with
ground.
his name. I don't know if they're still friends on. I mean, I guess I could look on, but he did. This is even before we were together. He found He found a somebody on Facebook with the exact same name as him, but it's a woman. She spells it the exact same way, Daniel, just like he spells it. Nahum, same exact, and
transitioning.
No. This is actually looks like female born.
There are some people with a few people in my name in the U.S.
Oh, it is in Israel, so I guess it kind of makes a little bit of sense. Maybe there's some sort of spelling thing with that name, perhaps in Hebrew. I don't know.
So anyway, I will go back and summarize. So my point is, all right, this world sucks. When are you gonna do something about it?
Yeah.
Listeners who have been listening or are listening for the first time, and do something. Actually, if you haven't done anything really yet, perfect thing. CoolCatsForChange.com. I post at least 2 to 3 online actions a week that you can take. There's a list of really cool places to buy shit from rather than, Amazon and stuff like that. Just do it in little chunks. You don't have to necessarily be out in the street.
No. Some people can't be in the streets. You can do stuff that you can't be in the street.
Be in the streets. It was last Saturday. I so wanted to be in DC.
Oh, I bet. I know. I'm like, I want to be in the streets doing shit again.
I do want to.
I want to be yelling shit, and putting my fist in the air and going, "Oh man, you suck."
If I were ever to win the lottery, I know that's just a cliched kind of thing. If
Right.
if I ever find a shitload of money, where I don't have to work anymore, where I can pay for my own health care. Anyway.
Oh.
Yeah. I think that I would just pay for myself to go around to different protests. Just to be a person.
You would totally do that.
I would love to do that.
I would see you doing that.
My wife would be pissed, but
Yeah. I don't know if you'd be married if that happened, but I don't know. Like,
You know
she
what?
might not
Okay,
like it.
so if I win the
actually,
lottery-
no, I don't think. Actually, you know what? I think she'd be totally cool with it.
no,
You don't think she would?
I don't.
I mean, you guys kind of met being protesty peoples. So I'm just saying. I think she might be.
We could take this conversation offline.
All right. I do think it's cute though that you guys met as being protesty people, which is
Yeah.
really cute.
That is how we met.
I know. It's
Our
nice.
first day was in protest jail.
Yeah. It's very sweet. Not everybody gets to say they met their future
That's
life
true.
in protest jail.
That was our first date. We were that when we decided we were dating.
Oh, that's what actually when you decided you were actually dating?
Within a couple days, we ended up at an action and we ended up getting arrested. Our first arrest together too.
So precious.
She still has her mugshot somewhere. I didn't save mine.
Oh, that's so cute. It is cute.
So good times. I just upcoming, maybe even next show. It was a family gathering yesterday.
On the Zoom fam thing?
No.
Oh,
This
real
was in
fam,
person.
in
Well,
person.
I went out to, and I'm sorry, I'm going to mention a family person's name. It's no big deal. I know nobody there's out listening is going to know, but we went to Barbara's house. Mm-hmm. It was her 90th birthday. Yeah, 90.
Oh my God, bless
She's
her.
still up kicking around, drinking wine.
Really?
She's
Fuck yeah, Barbara.
and
Oh man, I love her. She's amazing.
so ran into some people I knew and a lot of people I didn't, and it was really a good time. And very soon, maybe even this next show, we're gonna again I'll say another name, but you'll meet her eventually. Stella's gonna come on. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God, I haven't seen her since she was probably young teen, probably
She's
12, 13-ish.
graduated, working,
Yeah.
slaving for the man kind of thing. But yeah, she's going to come on at some point. So we'll have a new guest on the show, a youngster,
Maybe we can get Alex on the show
hanging
too.
out with the old folks.
We can get Alex and Stella on the show. The two littles. The littles.
Let's do Stella first.
Just kidding.
I'm not going to say she's skittish, but she seemed a little shy. So I don't have too many people in the room first.
Oh my goodness. I can't even imagine.
Get her used to-
I bet she's adorable.
Yeah,
I bet she's such a
but
cutie
let's
face.
get her used to being in front of a microphone, and then we'll
Then
flood
we'll-
her with a bunch of other people.
With Alex.
Yeah. This isn't about Alex, it's other people.
I mean, she's known Alex her whole life.
I know
but-
that, but I'm just saying she was still a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. I'd love to see her again anyway.
So hopefully she'll be on, in theory, next week. That's the goal. Because I saw her yesterday. I wasn't going to say, hey, come on tomorrow. But yeah, I'll
What is
text
she
her.
doing?
She's working at a company, a place I don't shop at anymore.
Okay.
It rhymes with Schwegmans. And when she told me she worked at
worked
Schwegmans
At the place that rhymes with Schwegmans.
at the when
Degmans.
I didn't go. I didn't be that guy. It's a
you
it's a
don't need
birthday
to do
party,
that.
and I'm not
Yeah, you don't need to be
Well, I
that.
don't go there because they were giving cops food when they were tear gassing us on the bridge.
Yeah, it's her grandma's birthday. Yeah,
Yeah, I
maybe
wasn't
not.
gonna be that guy. I'll wait till she gets here next week, and then I'll lecture her about Schwegmans.
Yeah.
I'm just. I don't know.
Or not, because she's got a job. She's young. It's a good first job person. It's like
I
it's
work
a,
there.
Yeah, it's a
Actually,
good
that
first
was
job
my first
person.
job.
Yeah, it's a good first job
Yes, it
thing
was my
for
first
people
job.
who live in the area. It's fine. I mean,
I cleaned
Yeah.
the bakery.
did you?
Yeah. It was a shit job.
Oh, really? I'm like, you didn't get
It was
to...
gross, man.
Oh, it probably was. I
Nothing
was
but
like,
grease all over the floor, and it was from the fryers, from donuts and stuff. It was really
oh,
gnarly.
yeah. I was like, oh, that means frosting. You're like, no, it's gross.
Okay, I ate frosting.
I had some frosting.
I totally ate some frosting. Probably why I'm diabetic.
There's all that frosting I ate
In the cooler? Oh, hell yeah. Don't tell
Oh
me.
wait, I gotta go clean in the cooler again. Okay,
Yep.
okay, I'll be back. Okay. What's on your face? Oh,
No,
it's not frosting.
it's not. It's chapstick. What? Could be.
It could be just. Anyway,
So, all right. So now I'll move on.
Okay.
We
have a list.
Little stuff. So here's an interesting thing. This is actually working out for me. Some random person on the internet gave me this advice. If you are a big Facebook person, I don't know when this started, but whoever came up with this idea should be fucking galoolied. And that is a verb that I came up with from Jeff Gillooly, what he did to Nancy Kerrigan when he had something and he like hit her in the knees.
oh yeah,
I
what
think.
was that? An
Whatever,
iron,
whatever
like
it
some
was.
sort of
But
thing. Yeah,
his name was Jeff Gillooly.
Gillooly. Yeah,
And he actually changed his name because everybody was fucking with him. So to something
because
like,
everybody started saying that when you
to
Google
like
yeah,
Bill
yeah.
Smith. So, but or whatever it is, but I use it as a verb to Gillooly.
Because it was for a while. That
It's
was.
a
I
funny-
remember
yeah,
people
yeah.
saying that
Yeah.
for a while. I haven't heard that in a minute.
So whoever came up with this, I would fucking Gillooly, no problem.
Yeah.
That whole thing on Facebook where you do the @ symbol and then highlight, and when you put @ highlight in a Facebook post, all your friends get a notification that you highlighted something.
Do they?
It's really obnoxious because you get this shit in your notifications. Like, dude, and it's always bullshit. It's never anything that I give a crap about, but it's just another way to annoy people to
How
look
have I
at your
not
shit.
noticed this?
I don't know.
I guess I.
I
I'm
don't
on
you know,
Facebook
it's,
a lot,
it's
too. I don't
interesting.
know.
I don't get it too much on my personal profile. Stuart gets it all the time. But Stuart has like 5,000 friends. So anyway, I was just starting to delete people, unfriend people who were for Stuart who were doing that because I thought it was really obnoxious and not cool. And then somebody had this idea. It's like when they do that, reply to it and say, hey, thanks for highlighting that. By the way, here's my thing, and then put your own plug for something. And you know what? I'm getting nothing but likes from this. People are actually digging that. So even though it's obnoxious,
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I want to know because I don't know what this is.
All right,
This
so
thing.
when
Okay.
we're done,
right,
I'll
just show me.
I'll log on to Stuart's.
Okay.
And I will show you.
Okay.
But then I always reply to it and say, hey, you know, when it's somebody's doing something about Palestine or something, I'm like, hey, we're doing some actions on Palestine at Cool Cats for Change. And then I link to the Facebook page for Cool Cats for Change.
Have you got people that way?
I think so, but I'm getting like some likes on that, and no one's saying you're an asshole for doing that. You're just, and you know, or if it fits in, I'll do. Hey, we're playing some really cool protest music at Stuart Pedasser Radio, and do the link for Stuart Pedasser Radio, and I'm just using it as a networking tool, even though it's annoying as fuck that people are. Oh, I'm going to tell everybody.
Is this the @ everybody thing that you can do like on a group page?
No, this is just a regular. I'll show you.
Okay, because I mean, I've done on like the Ravens page. Because I think you're allowed to do it like once a day on a page that you admin. Do an everybody post.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, because I've done that on the on a couple, well, the Ravens one specifically to do. But yeah, I just because I know that works. That will go out to every single person who's there, and we'll see it. But that's probably not what you're talking about. It must be something.
I don't think. No, this is not on a page. This is generic kind of thing.
No, I just want to seem like
Cool Cats for Change.
Cool Cats for Change. Do it.
I started a profile or whatever on Threads,
I saw that.
and within a day was suspended. And all Cool Cats for Change does is post online actions you can take for whatever. And I appealed and basically said all I did, because I've only had one post, I literally just started it, and I said all I did was post something about genocide. Are you saying that Meta is okay with genocide? And then within an hour I was reinstated. So, if you are on, let me go. So, okay. So here
that's
are all
awesome.
of the outlets that Stuart.
But how sucky that they
Yeah.
were really going to take you, like, just pointing it out because that's what's going on.
So, so here are all of the places you can go to for Stuart and Cool Cats for Change. Both are on Facebook. Both are on Twitter. Both are on Blue Sky, Instagram, and Threads. Stuart goes farther and is on Minds, Pillow Fort, Lips.social, which more y'all need to get on Lips.social. It's like a sexy Instagram.
Sexy Instagram.
Yeah. And by the way, another reason why this whole Israel-Palestine thing needs to stop, because it's like flooding all of Stuart's feeds, and I don't get to see boobies anymore. I'm really
Less
I know.
boobs.
That's all I'm saying. At least make it 50-50. But
Less boobs are not good. We don't
no,
like
that's
that.
all I'm saying. Yeah, so we're all over the place on the social media. I mean, and suppose I can't get the hang of Blue Sky yet.
Yeah,
It's just it's so it is. And by the way, Stuart has like 3
Are you
referral
following me on Blue
codes.
Skies?
I don't know. No, probably not. I don't know what your thing is.
Oh no, it's just.
Follow Stuart. So
Is
I
it
can
just
follow you.
is it just Stuart?
Stuart Bedasso.
Super Dash. I'll find you.
And so it seems like anytime you post something, it also posts all of the replies.
It does.
That's really obnoxious.
I just started following you.
Okay. I'll follow you back.
Okay, babe. Okay. All right, babe. That's great. Ooh, I've got 43. I'll have 44 followers when you follow me.
Okay. I'll get to it.
Yeah, interestingly, some of my most popular things, I mostly just post pictures because that's what I like to post, and I like posting pictures. Some of my most popular ones have been one I posted from a few years ago that I posted. It just said "One Way, Stop Greed." That one. That got a lot of likes. And then I just posted one that I had posted on Facebook, but it got quite a few too. The OG Stanley, because everybody's talking about them pink Stanley tumbler things. I don't really know what the thing is. I guess this is. I guess like water bottles are now a status symbol.
Okay.
I didn't know that. I'm just learning this from somebody who's
People.
my age, who has younger kids.
Consumerism.
Yeah,
Just
I know.
Stop.
It's weird.
Stop.
But I will tell. Well, I will tell you though that the Stanley thermos, the one I just showed you, the OG that's been around since the early 1900s, like 1910, I think is when the company started. They have a really interesting start too. They started out making like vacuum tubes or something. They have I had to look. I once did at Parkley, because Parkley used to carry well, I don't know if they still do obviously, but they did used to carry Stanley products. And so I did some research on the company, and I did a little presentation about them to everybody at the store. But yeah, it started out like something kind of innocuous, and then it kind of went from there. And there's like pictures of like old Stanley thermoses and stuff that are pretty cool looking.
I think we have a Stanley thermos.
Yeah.
I got it when we were doing the outdoors thing in February for the Police Accountability Board.
Yeah, I mean they're great. I have 2 actually. I have 2 because I have one for coffee, and we have one for beer, because you don't want to mix the 2. I don't want to mix the 2. I mean, some people do, but I do not want to mix the 2. Coffee and beer are completely 2 different things, and I don't want them in the same container. But they were. I mean, honestly, the other day I got it out to use for that, partially for the picture I took, and partially just because I wanted to use it. If I put the coffee in right as soon as I make it and shut that container, like 2 hours later, I go back to it. It is hot as fuck. It is like I just made it.
Like you just went to a coffee place.
Yeah. It's pretty great. They're great. But yeah, like the whole consumerism, obsession with, I'm like, it's a really great product. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. So it is a really good product, but to have the obsession over having that specific one,
You
that's
need
a bit
life.
much.
Look, if you're going to spend that much energy on something, stick it to the man.
Yeah,
use that
man.
kind of energy to stick it to the man.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
have that much get up and go, that stick to itiveness, don't do it for a fucking thermos, man. Stick it to the man. That's what we
You
need.
can go to Aldi and get a thermos.
Yeah.
And you don't have to spend $40.
Right. So anyway, my point is, if you have energy for shit, I like people who are really competitive. It's like, great, get involved in like sticking it to the man. You can be competitive about that.
Yeah.
Who has the best sign at the rally? Who has,
Actually, I will say that was
Jeez.
in 2020.
be competitive that
There
way.
were some great signs in 2020. I will say some great signs.
Like if you're painting your face and you're going to be out in like 10-degree weather with no shirt on and going, woo, Bills, right?
Put that energy
use
into
energy
it.
to fucking sticking it to the man. Jesus, that's what we.
Because you
fucking need.
probably hate the man. If you're a Bills fan, you probably do hate the man.
Everyone
They're
should hate
pretty.
the man.
I mean, everybody should hate the man.
That's what I'm saying. The man hates you.
Yeah.
Just saying. The man wouldn't treat us this way if the man liked us.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
The man wouldn't be like buying our land
Yeah.
for whatever reason, building bunkers for themselves, all that kind of shit. They don't want to be around us. They just want our fucking money and our labor. So take that, paint your face, and stick it to the man. That's all I'm saying.
What if you're a rich person but you're not the man? Like, what if you are a rich person and you actually do good things? You're not the man then, are you? Are you still the man?
Okay, yeah, no, I've had this thought. So
So like I know a person who's wealthy, but they really do a lot of really good things in the community. Like I know specifically that a lot of the things that they do are really awesome. So like I don't think of them as the man because they do good things even though they're rich.
well, again, there's that.
But they're not like the filthy. They're not like that. They're not like Jeff Bezos rich.
Right,
They're
right.
like Rochester, New York rich,
Right, I understand what you mean.
which is 6 figures, but not probably 7 figures.
So there's that again. We like to see the world as like all one or the other, and there's a lot of gray, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I were again walking down the street and stumbled upon millions of dollars somehow, and it's all mine, I would make sure that.
I could stick it to the man with that.
Well, no, but I would.
as you could.
I'm not gonna lie. I would get rid of my debt first,
Well,
and
yeah.
then.
Well, that's how you can. You have
then
to stick
stick
it to
it-
the
yeah,
man by
right.
getting rid of your debt, and then you go, okay, I have no more debt.
Yeah.
Now I have all this free time to say, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Put your fuck yous, put your finger in the air, fuck you, fuck you.
And maybe try to figure out a way to quote invest or some way to continue cash flow coming in so I continue to use it to continue to stick it to the man.
Yeah, because if you have money like that, you could probably figure out some ways to have some cash flow.
Right. So but you got to be careful with that because
Because
it'd
you
be
want to
like
put it in a place where it would be bad.
that would be doing the thing you don't want. Like I would
Right.
invest in not going to try and invest in like for-profit prisons
Right.
to make money to stick it to the man because it's dude. What
They are
doing?
the man.
Or in like oil companies so they can get money in to stick it to the man because I'm giving money to the man.
Yeah, you have to find like smaller companies that you go, oh, this company seems to be doing some cool
Right,
shit.
right.
Let's give them some money because
Right.
I might actually get some return on that.
So
And-
you're like sticking
yeah.
it to the man while sticking it to the man. If that makes sense. You're like sticking it to the man
it's
squared.
extra stick.
It's sticking
It's
it
so
squared.
sticky.
It's yeah.
Extra sticky.
It's yeah.
You know how I'm going to stick it to the man?
Are you going to peg the patriarchy?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to take a class
I need
tomorrow.
that shirt.
You do need a shirt that says that.
No, there is a shirt. It's
Oh,
peg the
you should get that.
patriarchy.
You should get that.
Yeah. I need that for the erotic arts festival.
We do. Ooh, write that down. That is, yeah, you do need that. That's kind of perfect for that.
Actually, I'm going to get that. Oh, and the person who created it and who sells it is someone who we were supposed to interview at the Erotic Arts Festival last year.
Oh, okay.
She was there and she didn't.
Just didn't happen.
She didn't. Well, she was going to come and she didn't.
She didn't. Sure. Yeah.
I'm not going to hold it against her.
It's okay.
Buy her shirt.
People have their things. So anyway, I'm going to stick it to the man.
Okay.
I'm taking a class tomorrow.
In
I'm taking 2
man-sticking?
classes.
Man sticking?
No, I'm taking classes. No, I'm taking I'm taking 2 art classes. I'm taking a printmaking class and I'm taking a collage class. Both of those types of artwork are great for creating artwork to stick it to the man. And I'm really excited. Well, I love printmaking. That was my favorite art class I took in high school. I like the idea of creating something that you can create the same vision but slightly different. And I like that idea, which is why I'm really into printmaking. But collage is cool.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, for people like me, I don't know what printmaking is.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
No,
it really is though.
You
make a print of something. So so I'm sorry. So let's just pretend that my phone that you're looking at.
Yeah.
This is something that I can engrave in. Let's just pretend this is something I can engrave in. So I can engrave like with a knife or something and make a picture on my phone.
Okay.
And then I take my phone and then I put some ink on it and then I put it on a piece of paper and I go boom. And then I lift it up and then there's a print.
It's like if you could carve into a potato.
Yes. Actually, yeah, that is a form of printmaking.
I know.
Yep,
Okay. All right. So I'm just making sure I understand.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Okay.
Yes. That would be printmaking with potato. I haven't done that before, but I've seen plenty of them that are pretty cool.
Okay.
And actually, specifically, I'm taking a class for something like printmaking with a potato because it's specifically about printing without a press.
You have to bring your own potato? Potatoes will be supplied.
I will find out. No, I think potatoes are probably supplied if we need to. Though I would want to bring my own potato because I would want to specifically have the potato for me.
If they said bring your own potato and you just came in with like a thing of French fries from McDonald's, that would be funny. This won't work, man.
I can't carve into these French fries. Oh, man.
Should have went to Wendy's. They're thicker.
They're thicker, or Burger King. Yeah. So I'm taking, but so do you know what collage is?
I know what a collage is.
Okay, you know what collage is. So my idea is, what's awesome is that it's the same teacher for both classes.
Mm-hmm.
So I have printmaking in the morning and collage in the afternoon. And I really kind of think that the two mediums sort of are simpatico and they can combine together really nicely. And I've already been thinking about, I would like to do some protest pieces because, I like to stick it to the man.
Yeah.
And I don't know this teacher, but Dan has met her a few times because she also is I guess she works part-time also as works in his department once in a while. Mm-hmm. And well, he meets everybody because they have to to come in and check in and get their keys and all that stuff. Yep. So he meets everybody. He's met way more people than I have. Sure. He said, "Oh yeah, she's really cool. You're gonna really like her." So he's excited for me too. So it's kind of neat. It's like kind of like going back to college where I spent all day. That's what I did in college. That's how we did college classes. We have a college class, 3-hour art class in the morning, have an afternoon break for an hour or two, and then another 3-hour class in the afternoon.
We definitely went to different colleges.
Yeah. Well,
you went to one college and I went to all the others. That's basically how
I would assume every art college would be like this. You can't have an art class in 45 minutes or an hour.
I didn't go to an art college. Just saying.
Oh yeah, Well, yeah, it would be very different from like one that's completely academics because you can't do a class in an hour. You won't even get anything done. It's like you take it would take like most of the class just to explain the job, explain what you have to do. So yeah, you couldn't do that. But yeah, so I don't know. It's kind of like I feel like sort of like it's like going back to college in a way, but better because there's no grades.
Mm-hmm.
I am just paying to learn new things, and that's pretty fabulous. I'm really excited about it, and that's one of the reasons I actually did. That's one of the other reasons I really wanted to take the job there is because I get half price on the classes.
May I ask how much are the classes usually? I have no clue.
Around 300.
Okay. I have no idea. I literally couldn't tell you how many.
But most of those do include the materials. So most of them, the collage class and the printing class are less. because clearly you can tell that the classes go by how much materials cost, because like the clay classes are quite a bit more, but you're dealing with clay and glaze and the ovens and like there's so much more involved in it, so it would make sense that they cost more. But I actually would like to take a clay class as well. I want to take everything. I want to learn all the.
You're a lifelong learner.
I am a lifelong learner. It's like I'm so excited about going to my classes tomorrow. I think it's going to be so neat. It's going to be neat.
Then you could report back.
I am so excited to report back.
How your potato went.
How the potato went. I'm going to ask her if we'll do potatoes. I think we should do potato. I think it's actually a really good one.
Okay. Or maybe like it's not in season, so you do turnips or something. I don't know.
No, turnips and potatoes are in season at the same time.
I'm just making it.
I think you are.
I just wanted to bring turnips into the conversation.
You know what? I like turnips. Do you like turnips?
Turnips are okay.
I like it like in a stew. Like if I put like if I make a stew, I'll cut up potatoes and turnips, so it's like a little bit of both in there. Give it a little difference.
Sometimes I put them in there to kind of, because they're way lower in carbs than potatoes are. Mm-hmm. So I like, if I mix it in, it's just to kind of lower my potato to carb ratio. It's just so you can. So dorky.
I know, we are so old. This is what we do.
God damn it! Just so we can embarrass the shit out of Stella, we need to talk about sex toys when she's here.
Oh my goodness.
I did warn her that we talk about anything, so it could be really boring stuff. It could be sticking to the man. And then we started telling her the stories about how Cousin Jill read one sex toy, and we just started. And I could see her kind of like shrinking away a little bit.
Oh, Stella,
that's cute.
So cute. Oh my gosh, she's still like a little tiny little thing.
She's not tiny, but she is. She is still wafy,
like little petite wafy type.
But she's got the height on her. Just she's not.
Well, her mom's tall.
Yeah.
Was her mom there?
She's still. Yeah.
How was she?
Seems fine. Okay. We did talk. Actually, I wanted to talk to her mom.
Oh, good. No, I'm glad you
about her mom's been on the show. Susan Gibney, the actress who's been on the show, and I gotta dig that show up and post it on our Patreon for our Patreon subscribers who can listen to our old shows. Because through school there was this. Oh God! All right, I wasn't planning on this one, but okay. So check out this movie. It's nice. It's not gonna totally blow your mind or anything like that. But here in Rochester, there is a college here that back in the day there was a deaf wrestler who ended up winning a national championship at Rochester Institute of Technology, and they made a movie about his life, and Susie was in it. And I did not know. I'd never even heard of this movie.
Did you talk to her about it?
Well, yeah. So what happened is there's a teacher in my school who was the wrestler's coach in real life at RIT. And because now I am known as the sign language teacher, he stopped me in the hall one day and says, "Hey, have you heard about this movie I had something to do with?" And I'm like, I had no idea what he was talking about. So he tells me about it, and I go look it up, and I'm like, oh, Susie's was in it. It was 2010, so it was a long time ago. And so I've actually been showing it to my students because there's some signing in it, obviously. But
I'm like thinking like we were friends in 2010. I don't like, it's like always like with her, she'd be like, go out of town for like a short amount of time to do a thing and then come back into town again.
But here's the thing though. Most of this movie was shot in the Rochester area.
Oh,
you will see it. You will see the RIT. You will see the RIT campus. That was why
it was easy for her to do.
And there were some outdoor shots where I actually had a student say, "Hey, I know that place." Now, in the storyline, it was supposed to be Ohio. So one of the things I asked Susie about was like, "Hey, that movie," and I actually said the name of the movie. She actually needed to think. She didn't realize it was a movie she was in. She had to think about it for a minute.
Well, she's probably been in a few.
I know.
I know she has.
Yeah, but it's like 14 or 15 years ago. And so I asked her, she goes, "Oh yeah, the whole thing was shot around here, even the places where we were supposed to be in Ohio.
It was actually Rochester.
Yeah, it was actually Rochester.
It could look like, this looks pretty much like Ohio. I mean, having traveled around Ohio a little bit, it looks a lot like Ohio.
Well, and here. It was it was supposed to be in a small town, so it was like
that could look like
the small. It wasn't like the city of Rochester, although they did have some scenes. Well, again, on campus at RIT, I've been there a million times, and they had a one scene that was actually near the Genesee River, right by Driving Park Bridge. You could see Driving Park Bridge in the background from the river. Places with, it's actually, they must have got permission because it's technically illegal to go down there, because usually the fire department has to rescue you if you travel down there. So yeah, anyway, I was just, man, I don't even remember how we got onto that. But yeah, so just The Hammer. It's called The Hammer, and it's the 2010 version. There's like 2 or 3 scary movies called The Hammer. It's
Of course.
It's not those. It's a nice little movie. It's under
Sweet.
2 hours, and
Well, it's a sweet. Sounds like a sweet story.
there's not a lot of, there's no surprise endings. You know, it says it's the story of this guy who won a national championship, so you know he's going to win. You know, there's not that kind of.
It's just, it sounds like to me it's a feel good movie, and sometimes you just need to sit down and have
Yeah,
a feel good
absolutely.
movie and
It's a
go,
really
all
good-
right, things are sucking right now. I just need something that makes me feel good for
It is. It's a
for
good-
2
it's a good
hours.
movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, you should totally go check it out if you get a chance. It's a nice little movie. So
yeah.
So anyway, I talked to Susie at this birthday party, and I talked to Stella, her daughter, and Stella's going to come on the show.
Oh, I'm so excited. I haven't seen her since she was a teen, so it's cute.
Looks exactly the same.
I'm
just
sure I would
taller.
recognize her.
Yes,
I'm like,
absolutely.
yep, that's Stella. It's so weird though, thinking like I literally remember her being. I remember being on a boat and her mother and her mother breastfeeding her on the boat while we were out doing. Like, wow, it's so weird to think about. Like, wow, I have known her whole life. Holy shit!
There are people.
God, I feel. God, doesn't it makes you feel old?
Oh, many things make me.
God,
old.
that makes me feel old. Has it
By
been
the
that
way-
many years? Shit, it has.
I meant to say this. I'm looking at the. All right, it's a little. We're kind of like in the middle of a week kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But I think technically we're going to call next week's show our anniversary show.
Oh, all right. Okay.
So
How many years is it? 14? 15?
well, okay. Well, we'll do this right now. We'll do it
I know
together.
it's more than 13.
No, we're gonna do it together right now. So hold on, give me a second. Let me go to. I'm on my computer. I'm going to Stuart Badassa Radio, and I'm going to podcasts, and January 31st. Yep, 2007. That was the first show.
Wow.
So
When did I start?
I don't know, but I'm just going by that. Sorry.
2009, maybe?
But 2007, so now I gotta do math. 24, so 3, 4, 2. Oh, wait, that can't be right. Hold on. 2007. I'm literally doing the math now. Sorry about this. 7.
Like, it's not this many years. It's 17 years.
Wow, I was way the fuck. Yeah, 17. Holy shit. I got to stop
Man.
saying we've been doing this 15. We've been doing this 17. This show's been going for 17 fucking years. God damn it.
God damn it!
I need a life. Holy fuck.
Man.
Apparently I go for quantity over quality, I guess. I don't know. All right.
Whatever. We do what
Yeah.
we do. You
Coming
listen
up-
or you don't listen. We don't care. We're going to just show up and hang out together and drink
Coming
beer.
up. Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, whatever.
Yep. So the mics are just an excuse to drink beer. Let's just be honest.
I know, really.
And try to get free sex toys. That and try to get
Free
sex
shit.
toys. Free shit.
Free
and beer.
shit and beer.
Yep.
Camaraderie. Sometimes people want to come on and talk to us.
Yeah.
Sometimes we look cool.
That's been cool. And
We get to go to places like REF. So,
yeah.
yeah, our show's cool.
Oh yeah.
Our show's so cool. They don't even know.
As a quick last, because we filled up the hour. I know, as we do. As I was going to, I'll do this a quick version. So I went to the dentist this week.
Oh, no.
No, everything's fine. Actually, I have excellent oral hygiene. I'm not
I'll bet.
anal about it.
Oral and anal in the same.
I
You get that in
I
there.
can do this. I've been doing this for 17 years.
Yeah, you have.
Gotta know what I'm doing. But no, I've been going to this one dentist office for a couple years now, and look, very nice people. Okay, I'm gonna say off the, But this visit was a little odd because they keep saying everything's awesome. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. And then they keep telling me to do other things. It's like, bro, you just said.
I'm honestly just looking at your teeth. You have good teeth. You look like you have healthy teeth.
Bro, you just told me everything I'm doing is awesome. Why are you telling me to do shit?
Something else? You're like, oh man, your teeth are great.
Yeah, your gums look good. There's no receding, blah, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, you should start doing this for dry mouth. I was like, I don't have dry mouth. It's like,
if I get dry mouth, I guess, great, I'll do that, but I don't have that.
And they're not.
What do you do for dry mouth? What do they say to do?
There's like lozenges and whatever, medication and whatever.
Can't you just drink some water?
That's what I do.
I was like, just drink fucking water.
So, but it's not like it's not like they have it there that they're selling me, which I'd almost understand in a capitalist society.
Like they're trying to sell, here, eat these drops.
They're telling me to go to the store and get it. Like they wouldn't even get a kickback or anything. So I don't quite understand. If you're telling me everything's awesome, why are you telling me to do other shit? I'm not going to change up my routine if you're telling me everything's good.
Well, I have to go to a doctor's. Okay, so I have to do a similar thing, I guess, in a way, because I have to go to a doctor appointment this week at 8:30, just to talk about my medications, which, in my opinion, I don't need to talk about, because as far as I can tell, everything's just fine. But I have to go in and talk about medications just to make sure everything's fine.
That could be a legal thing, though. Because some of the medications, depending on the medications we're talking about.
I do have one that's a controlled substance.
Yeah, that's why. That's exactly why. Yep. That is the reason.
But it's not like I abuse it or ask for extras or do anything weird.
That's them covering their asses, man. That's the way our healthcare system is here.
I haven't had to do... I don't know. It's really annoying.
Well, especially at 8:30 in the morning. I mean, fuck that shit.
I'm probably not even going to have that medication at 8:30 in the morning.
I'm just... Man.
I usually don't even take it. Oh, yes, I do. Well, if I have to go to work, I take it that early. But yeah, I don't know. It just seems silly. I just feel like if to me, it feels like if it looks like I'm abusing the medication, then 100%. If I keep calling and going, oh, I lost my things, or, if I do shit like that, then clearly there's a problem.
I do that, but I do that with fish oil.
Yeah.
I lost my fish oil. I need some more, man.
Then go to the fucking store and get some more.
Hook a brother up.
Hook a some fish oil.
Come on. So, just need enough to get me through the weekend.
So I don't understand why I just feel like if you're not doing anything to look like you're being abusive, then there shouldn't be an issue.
I call Show World and do that. Not about meds, though.
Man, I haven't been to Show World since they moved from Monroe Avenue.
Just one butt plug. Sorry.
Butt plugs. Yeah, I got nothing else, dude.
No, I went to Show. Why did I go to Show World?
Why did you go to Show World?
No,
and why didn't you ask me? I would have gone too. It would have been a fun little trip.
I don't remember. I went to Show World for something.
All right. Well, the next time you go, you should call me and see if I want to go too, because it would probably be a fun trip.
There's nothing I need at Show World.
There's nothing I need at Show World either. It's just funny to go.
Oh, funny?
Yeah, it's funny to look at stuff.
Okay.
You don't think it's
serious business, man?
Oh,
talk about sticking it to the man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying. That's why it's funny. Oh my God, Jerry and I used to go into Show World when it was on Monroe Avenue. We used to go in there and look at this. We did. We couldn't help it. It was funny.
I don't.
Like, oh my God, this dildo. Oh my God, who would really use this dildo? It's insane.
Okay. No. We'll wait another time because we're over.
All right. We can't talk about it. You guys have to come back. We're talking about funny sex things later.
Yep. All right. So we'll be back next week, maybe with a guest. We'll see.
Maybe not.
And it'll be our anniversary show.
17 years, folks.
And that's where we'll talk about sex toys.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, it'll be like that.
Yep, that's how we roll.
Yep.
So we'll be back next week. Really, StuartBurdasso.com. Listen to the radio station, which, by the way, I'm really fucking proud of. You should just listen to that. There's some really good
I'm
music
proud of you,
there. Too. CoolCatsForChange.com. There's a million things happening. You don't even need to go anywhere else on the internet because there's so much shit there that's funny and serious and sexy and all that jazz. What else do you need?
What do you need?
Nothing else you need.
Why would you go anywhere else?
That's what I'm saying.
It's true.
All right. Peace out.
Bye.
You need a gun. I said it, and if I say it again, maybe you'll believe me. You need a gun. And the Pew Pew Gun Shop has the gun you need. The Second Amendment to the U.S. Constitution says that every real American must have a gun. It says it right there on page 2. So make sure you're fulfilling your duty as a good American by heading over to 1776 Founding Fathers Way to get everything you need to accidentally shoot your neighbor. Pew pew, America! Those slave-owning white guys knew that your duty to own a gun is way more important to Jesus than any other right. So get holy at the Pew Pew Gun Shop. Pew pew pew! Jesus, that's a good gun.